Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ericson Presents Mixing Tutorials. I actually like doing this because I don't have to set up my lights. It actually looks better without the lights. So I'm not gonna set the lights up. You can't see that speaker right there, but I need some WD-40 for the chair. My bad. Got the camera on the gimbal. So I'm holding the gimbal and hopefully we can get this going. So before I get started, I always forget to do this at the beginning of the video, but hit the like and the subscribe button if any of my content helps you. There also will be a tip link in the event that you get some information from me that gave you an aha moment or something that helped you further something you were trying to get done and you would like to thank me. That would be the best way to do it. So go ahead and do that. Without further ado, I'm gonna talk. I apologize about this chair. I really do need some WD-40. But anyways, let's get going. So the StudioLive mixer, StudioLive 32. I got 32 faders. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it with these CLA-10's. Oh my, it's just like, for me, this is like the perfect setup. Obviously the mix cubes on the computer that I have sitting over here. We are now rocking the MixChecker Pro. I honestly feel like the MixChecker Pro is actually pretty good. I mean, the CLA-10's is still the CLA-10's, but I mean, the MixChecker does have a lot of settings that can kind of give you the same information and then a lot more. So anyhow, we're not going to talk about the MixChecker. That's another video. But now we're going to talk about this board and what I'm doing with it with these CLA-10's. So what I do love about it is DAW mode. That was the reason why I wanted to get it in the first place. Obviously, I can route the audio through the board without using DAW mode, but that's old school. We're in the new age. So all I do is I hit this DAW button right here, and then you're going to see these faders jump. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So all of these faders on my computer screen will soon represent what's on the mixer board. All right. So yeah. Obviously, I haven't got to that part of the song yet, but as you can see there, tracks 1 through, I believe that's 26, and 1 through 26 on the board stops here. So if I hit this DAW mode, now everything on that is going to be the same thing as on there. So if I hit, let me try to get both of them in the screen. You know, I'm trying to pan, look up, and it, man, this is talent. I'm trying to give y'all some talent. All right, here we go. So look here, and then look at the purple up there. So if I move this here, as you can see, up there, it does the same exact thing. Let me undo. Okay. So for the longest, all I was doing was I was using this board to just use the faders. But today, I actually decided to stop being lazy and really utilize this board the way I meant to do it. So over here we have user functions, and you can assign any task to these user functions. So on task number 1, I have it saved. So I kind of thought of what I would do for what I do all the time. I always hit the save button. So if I hit this 1 right here, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta try to get both in there. I hit the 1, then the computer's automatically gonna save. So Studio One is dope in the sense that it does have autosave. So I think mine is set to like every minute. It just autosaves. And then I also have for number 2, I actually wrote them down because I knew I would probably forget what they are just off the top. So this is my render, my real time. So when I want to undo a render, when I want to pack a folder so I can make my session a little more cleaner. I got the undo button here. So number 5 is undo. Number 6 is when I want to use Melodyne. So I'll just highlight a track, press number 6, and Melodyne will pop up. Number 7 is vocal line. So when I'm ready to do that, same thing. And number 8 is close. because I closed the session. So I can just press number 8 and then it will prompt me to close. That's cool. We can get the job done there. But the biggest thing that I do enjoy about this board is the fat channel, because I can, oh, my bad, going the wrong way. Because I can make it customizable to the plugin that I'm using. What I am noticing that not every plugin works. I do have my soft tube sitting here, and I hate the fact that it's here because it always gets in the way. So I just came up with the idea, well, why don't I set my fat channel to my soft tube? And that's what I did. All right, so then we're gonna open up console 1. I guess I could have did the screen share, but too much work. All right, so as you can see, let me open this view. So as you can see, this is the view that I would use to turn the knob here, and then you would see the light here turn, and then up there you would see all that happening. But I figured, you know what? I need to get rid of this soft tube because it's in a place where I really don't like it to be. And so I have this doing the same thing as that knob. So I can control, if you look here, you can see the light turning because I'm controlling it from the board. So technically I don't need this controller to control the functions. So basically what I did was I set everything that I do on this soft tube. I actually have a sequence in my own mind that I go through when I'm EQing and compressing. If you look at my video on the way I mix, or the way I mix vocals, then you'll see when I get to the soft tube my chain of things that I do. So I literally put them in order. So I'm literally going from 1 and I'm just literally going over and it's doing everything in the order that I do it in. So it's all out of order, but the way I like to do it, that's pretty dope. So, all right, I guess I will show you how easy it is to get rid of that. Add a plugin. All right, so let's see, let's find a plugin over here to add. We'll add something simple. Give me a Pro Q. Pro Q, let's say Pro Q2. Okay. So we're gonna add that here, and it's gonna pop up on the screen. Bam, all right. So this is how you would add any plugin for the fat channel to control. So I would start a band, which is gonna be band 1. And then I would go here and I would just move this control or whatever button, because the buttons can also do things as well. So I'll move this button, and in this corner, you'll see band 1 and control 1. And I'll simply go up there and I'll assign it. So now I can control that band. Now, say for instance, I want this band to go, I want to do a gain on that one. So I want to be able to turn the gain up and down. So I would actually click on the gain here. Now the gain is going to be represented there. On the console, I'm going to turn the second knob. And then when I do that, oops, click back on there. When I do that, I hit this button. Now, when I turn this second knob, you should see it go up and down. Voila. Okay, so basically whenever you use a plugin, I would suggest adding in at that particular time. Because I mean, you could sit here all day and add them, but I mean, that'd take too long. But the one flaw that I'm finding is there's sometimes I'll come back to a session and then I'll open up the plugin and then it's the settings is not still there on the fat channel. And even when I was using the fader port 8 and I was doing that, the same things was happening. So I'm assuming that there's a step that I'm missing to save the settings. So I'll figure it out. But yeah, as of now, I can get rid of this soft tube because it's really not needed. well, I can get rid of the board. So I guess I'll play you a little sample of what I'm mixing my album. I put this song out as a single before, but I actually felt like I can actually make it sound a lot better now that I have a lot more tricks up my sleeve. So I'm remixing it for the album. So yeah, with this board, making those tweaks, using my ear, turning these knobs with the CLA-10's, because that's what I'm playing it through right now, CLA-10's. Yeah, sounds good. That's with the Atom Audios in my subwoofer. I'm hooked up. CLA-10's, the mix cubes. I guess since we're here, let's just talk about it. So the MixChecker is a dope plugin to have. All right, so let's start the music. So change hands. Okay, I'm good. All right, so I like using this radio. It actually it's a small radio, black. That's the setting. But I put it on there. Let me turn it up. All right. I don't know. I use this to set the levels of the bass. Believe it or not, it's weird. But they have a whole bunch of different settings. See, they have a whole bunch of different settings. So then you can go from here to this is a 7-inch vintage speaker. Some headphones, earbuds. So it's like you can hear what it would sound like in different environments. Like this plugin is pretty dope. If you were in a sedan, sitting in the passenger seat, I guess. I don't know how they figured this out, but whatever. People have smart TVs, 37-inch, and then you can actually go in there and I can change the TV size. I guess 37-inch is the biggest, but you can change all different sizes. You can make it sound like an iPhone. You can do all kind of different things. So it's pretty cool. Home devices, on the go. So yeah, I guess all of these would be if somebody was outside somewhere. This would be an iPad or a tablet, iPhone 5. They also have street noise or noise, so you can just add in just random ass noise. I thought that was like weird that they would do that, but you hit this noise button. Just random noise. Playgrounds, exit, subway, or I guess subway. I don't know what the XT is supposed to stand for. So for the subway, on the bus. So, I mean, you can play this noise. I guess you can turn it up and down. And then you can play, like if you were playing it through, a device. So you can just like, think about the possibilities of what you can do with that. When you come to mixing, like you can hear your mixes in different environments without actually having to leave the room. I mean, how many times have you gone someplace, heard it on something, and was like, "Ooh, I need to change this," and then you have to go back to the studio, open up the session, change it, bounce it out, and then you go back to that one thing, then you go to something else. Well, this MixChecker Pro has like 20 different sources that you can check on. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope, if you ask me. Anyhow, that's it for today. Hopefully, if you were trying to get this board or you were thinking about it, this gave you more of an incentive to want to do it, because the board is pretty dope. As you can see, the colors of the select track are represented up here. So you can always just know what you're doing. And what's dope about it is if in the event that I have a multiple tracks, I mean, this is 32 tracks, but I just hit the page next and then the board keeps banking over. However many tracks you have, the board will just keep banking. Apparently I have 107 tracks that I have not got to yet, because once you see that it's down like that, I'm at the end of my track list. See, there's nothing there. So yeah, you can just keep banking over and over. So the unlimited amount of tracks that you can hold in the studio, you definitely can address all of that on this board. So if you were thinking about getting it, you should. Anyhow, hopefully you guys learned something with that one. Hit the subscribe button, bell notification button, and don't forget, if I did give you something that really helps you, go ahead and tip your boy. I don't care if it's $1. Everything helps. It's hard for me to do these videos. I apologize to those who are waiting for me to do more videos. It's hard to do them because I don't have the time. So hopefully I can come up with some kind of system to where I can do them a lot more frequent. Plus half of the time I don't know exactly what you guys want me to talk about. So give me some ideas. I mean, if it's something that you want to know about, just throw it in the comments. And I'll do a video on it. It's that simple. Anyhow, all right. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Home tomorrow. You know you got me, girl. Tomorrow, girl. I like the way that you move, the way you shake your body, girl. I got a whole lot of plans for you.